The Resident Evil Showcase just dropped new gameplay for Resident Evil Requiem and it revealed way more than we expected. Hey, welcome to my channel everyone, I'm the Global Cherry and today we're breaking down what the showcase really told us. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe once it's over.
I think I want a second opinion.
What is happening here?
I'll keep our friends busy.
What the fuck?
As we already knew, you'll be playing as both Leon Kennedy and Grace Ashcroft. For anyone unfamiliar, Grace is an FBI analyst assigned to investigate the murder of her mother, Alyssa Ashcroft, a fan favorite from Outbreak. What's interesting is that playing as Grace and Leon feels like two different games in one. This is not a full split campaign like Resident Evil 2 with Claire and Leon. Instead, you switch between them in different segments. Grace's sections lean much harder into horror, closer to Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 7. The showcase even shows her hands trembling as she nervously aims her revolver, fittingly named Requiem. The fact that she can aim down sights tells us she has some gun training, so she isn't helpless. She's just terrified. This is her first time doing real field work, which honestly mirrors Leon's first day at the police station. Anyone would be losing it. Mr. X still haunts my dreams since my early days in the RPD. Grace's gameplay focuses on tight spaces, limited ammo, and genuinely scary enemies. You are meant to move slowly, sneak around, and think before every step. It reminded me of my own zombie experience in the VR game Paradise Hotel. I cried like a baby. I wheezed. I ran out of bullets. I prayed to the Lord for mercy. Then I realized I could punch zombies to the Shadow Realm and stopped being a wuss.
Jimmy, no, I'm doing a video. We've talked about this. People are friends, not food.
Despite the fear, Grace can upgrade her Requiem revolver up to 3 times. And her crafting system has a unique spin. She can craft a makeshift knife for self-defense, create healing items similar to Resident Evil 2, and even make handgun ammo using infected blood. She can also craft special hemolytic injectors from infected blood, which require stealth takedowns to obtain. These injectors stop corpses from mutating and destroy infected cells. And if you're playing on standard classic difficulty or higher, Grace can also find ink ribbon parts, letting you save the old school way. Leon's gameplay leans closer to Resident Evil 4, but with a stronger survival focus. Post Resident Evil 6, he's still a DSO agent fighting against bioterrorism, this time going against Dr. Gideon, an antagonist with umbrella ties. Requiem pushes Leon harder than anything he's faced before, and even at around 50, our boy can still dropkick a zombie into next week, because you never know when Ada Wong is watching. I know some of you are thinking legends never die, but please let him. Not yet though. Let us enjoy Old Man Kennedy for a little longer. He still needs to get that greeting Ada promised him. He can nap after. Combat-wise, Leon has evolved in the best way. If he could parry chainsaws with a pocket knife in Resident Evil 4, he can now do the same with a hatchet. Even better, the showcase makes it look like the hatchet doesn't lose durability. Is this an intentional mechanic or a beautiful exploit waiting to be patched? Gunplay is more refined than ever. Leon can stagger enemies by shooting specific body parts, then finish them off, and even steal their weapons.
Nice.
The showcase shows him dodging a zombie, slipping behind it, and sending it straight to go with his pistol. Chef's kiss. Absolute cinema. They even gave him a Porsche. Either Resident Evil Requiem has some open world elements, or someone at Capcom got way too excited to give Leon a Porsche. I don't need one myself, but do you know what would make me happy? If Capcom sponsored me? Leon is one of my favorite characters and I cannot wait to show off his combat and finishers once I get my hands on this game. And just like previous entries, both Leon and Grace can upgrade weapons with enhancements and attachments. Director Nakanishi has also talked about new types of infected in Requiem, enemies that retain fragments of their past lives. This idea is not new. We saw Brad Vickers in Resident Evil 3 briefly talk as a zombie before chewing on his homie Marvin. These feel like evolved or mutated infected from the previous entries. The showcase gives some creepy examples. An infected maid obsessively cleans a mirror with blood while complaining about the mess. A butler zombie casually turns off the lights, which could cause difficulty for us if we're escaping from a stalker enemy. And speaking of stalkers, beyond the one many think might be Lisa Trevor, we get another one, and wait, what in the fetus baby's grandfather is this? Did the fetus baby survive Resident Evil Village and come back to us to pay child support?
No! I hear a baby! Ew!
A few moments later.
Get in the elevator!
The key is observation. By watching how these infected behave, you can avoid them or take them out strategically. You can also play the game in both first and third person, which is great. But let's be honest, we need a VR version. My heart is weak when it comes to horror, but I still want this game to scar me for life in VR. The visuals already look so crisp that I want to take off my headset and think, wow, life really does run at 30 FPS. What really intrigues me is the secret Nakanishi hints that Leon carries, a secret tied to Elpis and the murder of Grace's mother, Alyssa Ashcroft. This raises two big questions. What is Elpis, and what does Leon know?
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you.
One theory suggests Elpis was Oswald E. Spencer's rebirth project, his attempt at godhood. The government allegedly tried to seize it and used the sterilization of Raccoon City as a cover-up through bombings. Spencer was supposedly reborn as Victor Gideon, continuing the project by unleashing Elpis. Grace becomes central to this project because of her blood. If she can craft healing items using infected blood, then her blood must be special. It sounds insane, but this is Resident Evil. Another part of the theory suggests Leon was infected with Elpis after an earlier encounter with Gideon while investigating a series of deaths linked to post-mortem lividity. The infection is visible on Leon's neck as he sits in his vehicle during the showcase. Leon likely pursued Gideon after learning from Sherry Birkin about his umbrella ties and his plans to kill Alyssa, who was secretly investigating Elpis herself. Leon failed to save her, and now he is carrying both guilt and infection when he later realizes Alyssa's daughter Grace has been pulled into this mess. After he rescues her from a monster, he feels obligated to help her, and honestly, rescue missions are kind of his thing. Whether he survives or dies, we'll find out when the game launches. Antique coins seem to be making a return in Requiem, likely used for weapon upgrades. The big question is how? Will they work like the bird cages in Resident Evil 7, or are we getting a merchant again? And if there's a merchant, someone please stop me from shooting him. The Deluxe Edition comes loaded with weapon skins, screen filters, costumes, audio packs, in-game files we probably will not read, and 2 charms. Pre-orders will also get an Apocalypse outfit for Grace. On top of that, there are Grace and Leon figurines coming this fall, a Resident Evil Requiem themed Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller, and gold editions of Resident Evil 7 and 8 with all DLC launching on Switch 2 day 1. Capcom even teamed up with Hamilton to sell very real, very expensive watches inspired by Grace and Leon, and they are hosting a concert too. All of it sounds great, but games are already expensive, so I will be a responsible adult and grab the standard edition.
Nothing like saltwater soup. And I got sugar water for dessert. I'm going all out tonight.
Are you excited for Resident Evil Requiem? It launches on February 27, 2026, because I definitely am. That is all for today. If you enjoyed the video, please like, subscribe for more Resident Evil updates, and share your thoughts on the Resident Evil Showcase and Requiem below. What are you most excited for? Thank you so much for watching, and that's all.